Hello, welcome to Vinyasa. I'm Monica and welcome. And all you're gonna need right now is a yoga mat or just carpet or towel or something and your favorite music if you feel like it. I usually do a little intro. I usually say how long I've been teaching yoga, but now I forget. 5 or 6 years. I'm also a physical therapist, so I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. So we're gonna start just in standing. And if you prefer to lie down or sit down right now, you're welcome to do that as well. So standing at the top of your mat or sideways, whatever. And then I just want you to close your eyes and settle into the present moment. And ground down through your feet. Now, if you're on a more compliant surface, like a carpet or a really squishy yoga mat, you might feel a little bit more sway as you keep your balance here. Or maybe you're on a firm surface and there's just a subtle sway. And I want you to tune into your breath. Just noticing if your breath is coming more from your chest or your stomach or somewhere. Notice if it feels deep or shallow. Noticing your energy state, whether you feel really energetic right now or you feel really tired. Or somewhere in between or something different, just taking stock of that here. We'll bring the hands together, bringing the thumbs to the heart. And if an intention comes to your mind for your practice right now, you could set the intention to move with some joy, to move with peace, something positive that you feel like you want to bring into your day, or if you feel like there's something negative you need to let go of, make it your intention to move with that. Breathing in your intention and breathing it out. Breathing in, reaching the arms up above your head. Extend through the spine, through the arms. Exhale, coming to a forward bend, softening the knees as much as you want as the hands come to the earth. So if your hamstrings feel kind of stiff, I would encourage you to bend the knees a lot. And if you feel like you can straighten the legs a little bit more, you could. Maybe letting the head hang heavy. Walking the hands over to the right, the outside of the foot, and then walking the hands over to the outside of the left foot. Coming back to center, coming to a halfway lift, hands to the shins as you come to a flat back posture, rolling the shoulders back behind you, bringing the chin in. Bringing the abdominals in. Exhaling down, hands to the mat, and step yourself back to all fours. From here, setting our foundation, which will be the lower abs today. So today's going to be a lot of talk of posture and postural muscles. So right here, I just want us to think about using the lower abdominals. So the lower abdominals wrap around the lower back and around the front. And they're the deep set of abdominals that turn on when you pull the belly button back towards the spine. They're also the same muscles that help you exhale. So trying to turn those on here. And then bringing the chin down so you're looking down at your yoga mat. Lengthening the back of your neck. Good. All right. Keep breathing here. Keep your foundation, the lower abdominals. As you reach the right arm up, thumb pointed up towards the sky, and then bring it back down. Left arm reaches up. Keep your foundation. Back down. Right arm out to the side, thumb up, drawing your shoulder blade in on your back. Back down. Left arm. Back down. Good. Now the legs, bringing the right leg back. Keep the abdominals and notice if the hips are becoming uneven. Use the glutes of the left leg and remain even here. Back down, left side. Using the glutes, remaining even. And bring it back down. Exhaling back to a child's pose of your choice, whether you want the knees wide or not. Letting the forehead come down to the ground. Deep breaths. And I really encourage you to make this practice whatever you need today. So curate your own practice, add extra repetitions or hold longer of things that you like, or things that you feel like skipping. Maybe you incorporate something else that you feel like doing. I really want to empower you to just do yoga, just do movement for 30, 40 minutes. It doesn't have to be exactly what we're doing. Just come along with me on a very loosely wound yoga journey. We'll do it together. So coming up to all fours again. And then we're going to make our way to downward dog. So bringing the hands forward, spreading the fingers wide in 10 different directions, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Breathe here. Really sending the hips up and back, creating a straight line from the wrists up to the hips. Pressing into the index fingers and thumbs, taking the weight out of the outside of the hands and putting it to the insides of the hands. One more breath here. And then walk, step, or lightly hop up to the top of your mat and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, long neck, shoulders back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, sweeping the arms out to the side and reaching up. Exhale, palms come together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back to plank or knee plank. So creating a straight line from the shoulders down to the ankles. Again, you're welcome to go to knee plank instead. And you're using all of your abdominals here, but I really want you to think about the low abdominals, pulling the belly button in towards your spine. And then keeping the elbows nice and close to the body, close to the rib cage. Lower your chest down to the ground and your whole body down. Untuck from the toes. And then inhale, baby cobra. Hovering the hands off the ground, using your muscles here to hold yourself up. Bring the gaze down, lengthening the back of the neck. And exhale, come back down. Inhale, baby cobra, or take a different back bend. You could take high cobra, or you could take upward facing dog, where you would lift the hips and the knees. Exhaling it down, and then coming up to a downward dog. Letting go of the practice so far, remaining present with yourself, with your yoga. Not making this about being perfect or doing this a certain way. You're just enjoying the moment. You're breathing and connecting with your body. Now we're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. Keep the hips level. Use the glutes. And then lightly, quietly, gently setting the right foot behind the right wrist, coming into a runner's lunge. So setting up a nice foundation here, and then dropping the back knee. So we're in kind of a modified runner's lunge, and we're going to stand up into this kind of half kneeling position or low lunge. So a few things here. I want you to think about engaging the lower abdominals. So you're pulling the belly button back towards the spine. So instead of being extended, you're pulling the lower abdominals in, flattening the back a little bit. Good. And you're finding your balance here. So you're using the left glute, actually, the gluteus medius, to stabilize here. So you're not dropping in the hip, you're elevating, using the outer left hip muscle to really stabilize. It's a big balancing muscle. Good, now reach the arms up, inhale, lengthen, exhale, palms come together. You got this. Inhale, open the arms up, cactus arms. Breathe here. Think about turning the postural muscles on, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you, the middle trapezius. And you still have the lower abdominals. And now think about a slight chin tuck. Beautiful. Palms come together. And then bowing yourself forward. Keep a flat back here. You're just hinging at the hips. And we're going to step through to a single leg stance, to standing on your right leg. Launching into the right foot and catching some air standing on the right foot. Same principle here. I want you to think about turning the right glutes on. So you're not dropping in the hip. You're activating through the standing leg gluteus medius to get this level pelvis. Using your abdominals as well. I'm sure you're doing great. Everything is merely a suggestion. Just be patient with yourself. All right, we're going to bring it back down to that lunge position. Very gently, mindfully, quietly, bringing that foot and knee exactly back to where it was before, or almost. Good, okay. So bring that left hand down next to the right foot or a little bit further from it, and reach the right arm open. Open the chest. Good, right hand comes back down. And I want you to widen out the stance here now. So wiggle the right toes up and wiggle the left knee back a little bit. Good. Take another twist to the right now that we're in a different kind of stretch. And you're also welcome to bend the back knee. Maybe you're reaching towards the foot, or maybe you capture the foot with the hand, and breathe here. All right, release that if you had it. Framing the foot with both hands. We're in lizard pose here. So bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. And you're welcome to stay here. You can always lift off the back knee. You could bring one or both elbows down towards the ground. You could let the right knee fall out to the right a little bit, as long as the toes and knees are facing the same direction, so you're not putting torque on the knee there. Breathe, relax, restore. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the moment. Savor it. And then drawing the hips back, coming into a hamstring stretch, coming onto the heel of the right foot, and hinging forward at the hips, getting a stretch in the back of the right leg. Bringing it forward, planting that foot down. You could take lizard pose as we just did, or if you'd like to try an arm balance, you could try that, or even just setting it up. So for the arm balance, you would walk the hands further back, kind of towards underneath the hips. And then you're bending the elbows, and the right elbow is going to serve as a shelf for underneath the right thigh. The left elbow is going to serve as a shelf to the left hip. So this is important. You have to glue the left elbow to the left hip in order for this to work for you. Okay, so maybe you walk the hands back, and then you have to walk the right foot out and back a little bit. You'll figure it out, but really you have to get close to the ground so the left elbow makes contact with the left hip. Right elbow makes contact with the right thigh. You walk the right foot back. The face comes close to the mat. Maybe you lift one or both feet off the ground. This is pretty gnarly. It's just something to try if you want to. Wherever you are, you're breathing, you're enjoying, you're savoring. Okay, when you're ready, we're gonna make it back to a forward fold at the back of your mat. However you wanna get there. Just letting go of the practice so far, shaking the head out, yes and no. Deep breaths. And then slowly uncurling the spine, coming up towards standing. Reaching the arms up. Inhale and exhale. Bring it down. Forward fold. Walking the hands out to your downward dog. If you'd like to take a yoga push-up here, you could. Or just take a moment, take a breath here. Reaching the left leg up, keeping the hips square. Lunging that foot forward gently, quietly, mindfully. And then dropping the right knee down. Coming up to a low lunge position, palms together. Setting up your foundation here first. So engaging the lower abdominals, pulling the belly button in. Engaging the right glutes on the side. Drawing the chin slightly in and shoulders back. Maybe coming to cactus arms, spreading the fingers wide. Really feeling this pose. Notice how you feel. Palms come back together as we hinge the hips forward. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to standing on the left foot. Try to catch some air and use all of your muscle control to get there. Turning on the left glutes. So instead of dropping down, you're leveling the hips by turning on the glutes on the left. Find your posture here, find your stability, come back to it if you lose it. Slowly, gently, with control, bring yourself back to that low lunge position. And then bringing the hands down to frame the left foot. Left arm reaches open, open the chest. Exhaling it down as you wiggle the left foot forward and the right knee back. Coming back to our twist here, opening it up to the left. Maybe you take that bind, grabbing the top of the foot with the left hand. Maybe not. Everything is optional. Slowly and gently release the bind if you had it. Coming into our lizard pose here. So again, you could lift off of the back knee. You could come down onto one or both forearms. You could let the left knee fall out to the left, letting the toes follow. Just finding your gentle stretch here. So what you should feel in lizard pose is a stretch of the hip flexor of the back leg, and then maybe of the deep glutes of the left leg as well. Whatever's stiff on you, you might be feeling it right now. And you're breathing. And then bringing it back to the hamstring stretch, straightening out the left leg, coming onto the heel, and bringing the hands back a little bit as you hinge forward, feeling that stretch. Breathe and enjoy that sensation of the stretch. All right, coming back. Maybe you're taking lizard or some, whatever stretch you feel like, or you could try that arm balance on this side. So maybe this is a better angle for you to see too. So you're gonna walk the hands back. You're on the inside of your left leg with the hands. The hands come kind of underneath the hip points, and you bend the elbows enough that you could get your right hip glued to your right elbow and the underneath of your left thigh glued to your left elbow. And you must bring the face pretty close, and you must walk the left foot back far enough that you can lift off of it. And then maybe lift one or both feet. Just play around with it. Give it a shot. And with arm balances, not everyone's wrists like it, so it might not be for your wrists. And then I want you to think about spreading the fingers really wide like you do in a chaturanga. When you're ready, we'll make it down to a child's pose. So whatever variation of child's pose you enjoy, make your way there. Find your way back to your breath, back to your present moment. Just let it go. The rest of the practice that we've done so far does not really matter. Does not define you, doesn't make you a better person. It's just good to be here, good to be doing this at whatever capacity. Just taking care of you. Or maybe reminding yourself of your intention, why you're here, what you're moving with, infusing the rest of your practice here with that positive intention, turning this into a moving meditation, moving with meaning, bringing yourself up to all fours, and then making your way to a downward dog. Breathe, let go. Spread the fingers wide, sending the hips up and back, lengthening through the spine. Forward walk, step, or hop up to the hands. And forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, reaching the arms out to the side, reaching up. And exhale, hands come down to the heart. Awesome. Putting some weight into the left foot, reaching the right knee up. Think about keeping the hips level again here, using the left glutes. Now squeezing the glutes on the right, bringing the leg out to the right, and then bringing it back in. And then open the arms as you open the leg now. Cactus arms, leg out. Bring it back in. Try not to rotate the body with the legs. Try to keep the hips pointed forward, just using the glutes to control the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the knee into the chest with the hands. Balance here. If you lose your balance, just come back to it. Making some ankle circles, spreading the toes, crunching the toes, just getting some foot movement here. And then bringing the left hand to the left hip, opening the right knee out to the right. Chest is open as well. You can stay here, or you could grab the bottom of the foot with the hand, maybe extend a little bit, maybe extend all the way, totally your challenge, or you stay here. Again, if you lose your balance, just come back to it and use lots of kind words with yourself. It's easy to lose your patience with this. See, even all of us are losing our balance right now, I betcha. Especially if you're on carpet, that's harder. You're doing great. Whatever you're doing, I love it. Okay, let's bring it back down. Slow and controlled back down to the ground. Shake it off. And now moving on to the other side. So loading weight into the right foot, grounding down. And remember, there's a difference between this and this. So you're lifting using the glutes. Opening it up, inhale and exhale. You're using the traps to open the arms up and bring the shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, exhale. Keep the hips pointed forward. All right, last one. All right, and then bring the knee into the chest, circles here. Great. Bringing the knee out, hand to the hip. Attitude. You could stay here, you could come here. Maybe all the way, maybe arm out as well. Up to you. Find your breath, find your balance. Find your glutes. Slowly, gently, with control, bring it down. Shake it off. You're awesome. We'll come down to a yogi squat. So coming to the width of your mat and then dropping your hips down either kind of halfway or all the way. And maybe your heels are off the ground, maybe they're down. Palms come together at the heart. Close the eyes. Dropping the seat all the way down, widening the legs out to the length of your mat, or maybe a little bit less straight. So this is kind of a way you can tolerate this better. You can have the knees kind of bent. or maybe you're here. So up to you, up to your body, and then we'll fold forward. Maybe you come down to the forearms. Maybe you just kind of come a little bit forward. Just honor your body where you're at. You're not forcing anything. You're just going to a point that feels comfortable and that you feel like you're getting some sort of stretch. Maintaining your breath, your steady breath. Good. Bringing it back up and bringing the right knee in, letting the knee fall out and bringing that foot really in. And then sitting up tall here, bringing the hands back behind you. Spreading the collarbone wide, opening up through the chest. You can stay here, or you can lift the hips off of the mat and kind of open the chest. Maybe lift the left arm and kind of reach up, turning this into a side bend. Bringing it back down and switching sides. So bringing the left foot in, right leg out, sitting up nice and tall. Bringing the hands back behind you. Maybe just stay here. Maybe you lift the hips off of the mat. Maybe you also reach the right arm up and over. Side bend. Bringing it back down. And then crossing the legs the awkward way, whatever way you don't normally cross them. And then sitting tall here, grounding down. If this is uncomfortable, you can always put a cushion or a pillow underneath your seat. Thinking about your postural muscles here, so drawing the lower belly in, drawing the shoulder blades together behind you, bringing the chin slightly down. Noticing your breath, finding the point where the inhale somehow turns into the exhale, and then finding the point where the exhale somehow turns into the inhale. Focus on the breath. You can stay here or bring it down to your back or whatever would be the most comfortable for you to kind of rest in for a moment. And I really encourage you to stick it out through this. This is the best part, the most benefits you can reap right from this moment. Take it. Okay, so if you're moving onto your back for Shavasana, you could have the limbs out straight. You could have the knees bent, maybe falling together, maybe staying straight, maybe falling out. So finding what feels good for you. Closing your eyes. And just letting yourself be. So try not to bother yourself too much here. Maybe there's some thoughts coming in that you're supposed to think about something, you're supposed to do something. Don't bother yourself too much here. You're trying to restore, you're trying to kind of return to your inner true self. So give yourself this time to kind of draw the curtain back and to arrive in the body in the moment. There's not usually a time where we just feel what it feels like to be, to breathe, to have our hearts beat. Feeling the contact your body's making with the ground, with earth. Feeling the pressure of that contact. Feeling the clothes, the contact of your clothes against your skin. Perhaps you feel any sort of breeze against your skin or warmth. Just feeling the air against your skin. Allow the eyeballs to fall deep into their sockets. Unclench your jaw and relax the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Allow your body to be heavy, to sink. You have no problems here, no issues. You're just right where you need to be. You belong here in this instant of self-care. Notice how your lungs inflate as you bring oxygen in and deflate as you breathe out. This perfect rhythm, perfect filtering system, with every inhale nourishing your body, your blood, your muscles, constantly renewing, constantly refreshing. So sometimes we feel like maybe we need a break, or we get burnt out, or we're tired of something. Maybe think about the breath and how new life, new energy is coming in with each inhale. We're always refreshing, always renewing with each inhale. And perhaps doing something like a yoga or meditation practice or something that's just for you is like breathing in a nice big renewing inhale into your life. So just pretend like that's what this is here. This moment, this practice, giving you new life, some refreshment, some newness, a break in the pattern where you can walk away feeling a little bit new, a little bit fresh and revitalized. You're allowed to let go of your problems and just be present the rest of the day. If you're ready to exit the relaxation, bring the cups of your hands, the palms over the eyes very gently, making it very dark. Taking a couple deep breaths. And if you're ready, rolling onto one side into a fetal position. Taking your time to eventually press yourself up to a seat. Bringing the palms together and rubbing them, making some heat. And then palms come together, bringing the thumbs to the third eye. Bringing the thumbs to the mouth. And bringing the thumbs to the heart. And I hope you all walk away from this feeling a little bit refreshed, a little bit revitalized. And imagine you can just hit the refresh button on your day, on your life right now. It's like you've just woken up. Okay, thank you all so much. It's always great to see you on the beautiful internet. Again, my name is Monica, and I can't wait to meet you in person one day. I would love that. So keep doing yoga, keep taking care of yourself, and I'll see you very soon.